series of programs examining and monitoring LA's exploding new music renaissance. With your charming and delightful host, Peter Ivers, tonight's ghost hosts and crew, we welcome you to New Wave Theater.
Hi, welcome to New Wave Theater. And now the weather. Step right into Vulnerable City, a place you may be vaguely familiar with already, where everyone gets hurt sooner or later. You can be sure of getting the short end of the stick every time out the revolving door of Vulnerable City, a.k.a. your town. No one knows if VC is in your own head in Canton, China, or in a car lot in Downey. But wherever it is, you never get told who or what you are. But not to worry. It's not where you're coming from, but where you're going. You take your chances. You make things happen. Either you open wide or you're just a braying donkey in a lost parade. What really matters in VC is how fast you bounce back and heal from being crushed in by the pliers of mortitude. Our moody New Wave Theater forecaster has sounded a first stage herd alert tonight, calling for rubber masks and liquid bandage, owing to a severe loss of credibility and an equal increase in shame and anxiety. So if you're at the shop waiting for the latest releases or appearing in tonight's Rayon Review, remember, an acorn in conditions fit for its own growth will grow to become a mighty oak, while otherwise it's just one tender victual for a passing squirrel. Enjoy the show. One of the most meaningful voices on the scene today. He's played around a long time with the model, Marvin. The film we never made. The film. We never made. Tony and Marvin. Marvin is a New Wave Theater favorite. Marvin, why are people so afraid today? What do you think is the ultimate reason?
Watch the film.
You don't want to give me clear answers to a question about how to change things?
I haven't slept.
Marvin, how do you stay alive?
Writing songs.
What's life? Marvin, you work in a record store. You see this kind of new music coming up. Do you feel yourself part of a movement?
Yeah, it's changing.
What do you think the chances are that this community can do something on the planet to change things?
You have to create music that you want to create rather than create music that is following a particular trend, or create music that, yeah, like boogie music, you know? If you
think there's like a lot of dissension and rivalry and pain between bands?
No, not at all. I don't feel any competition between any bands. You know, I stand as an individual, you know. I wake up, I write songs, someone else may write totally different songs.
If you could change anything, what would you change?
The fact that certain artists around town cannot afford to create as much music as they want to create because the industry does not allow them to. And I think that, you know, what you're doing is a step toward that. It's a very slow step. This should be on Channel 4 at 8 o'clock.
The film. Thanks, Marvin.
It's once again my pleasure to introduce to you your host, Peter Ivers.
Thanks, Zach. We're here with another band in the growing movement of bands who really want to change things. You never change, though, do you, Zach?
No, never.
Rayonics, skeleton with a raincoat hat on. Madeline, Joe, Bill, Rock, Stewart of Rayonics. Thank you. Madeline, do you think that everybody has an equal share of suffering on Earth?
I think I have a lot more than anyone else, especially since I had my heart broken and smeared all over town by one certain unmentionable drummer.
Who?
Rock. He plays with Joanna Wendt, infamous performance artist.
What's the meaning of life when your heart is broken?
Nothing. In fact, all I've thought about for the past month is suicide, and I'm still considering it.
Do you feel a lot of bands you know and the people you know are feeling a depression now that's leading to more suicidal impulse, or do you think there's a chance to turn things around?
Everyone is totally depressed, and there's nothing to live for as far as I can see, not even money or drugs or anything.
Do you really believe that?
Do you believe that? Look in the camera and say you really believe that.
Well, I still have one tiny glimmer of hope, and that's all I'm living for.
Let me see it in a smile. Come on.
Rayonics. Bye. Yeah.
Hi there, friends. This is your old buddy Chris Gankle with another Gankle Godsend. Say, in these days of false friendships and bogus butter-ups, when you want to send that special someone a gift that says more than just have a nice day, chances are you've got a lot to overcome just to prove that you mean what you say. Yes, friends, that's what it's come to, but now you don't have to worry thanks to Gankle's Biogram, the chunk in a box that shows how much you really care. A simple phone call to our Gankle operator will bring 2 of our moped delivery boys to your home, where they'll carefully slice off the appendage of your choice with no pain or blood loss. Drop it in your personalized sheet-like sack and suture you back together faster than you can say, "Don't be a gherkin." Yes, friends, for only $73 in gold or silver, you can give the gift of yourself they'll never forget. Each Gankle plain wrap baggie is handsomely molded to look just like your own finger and in designer-like tones that turns a mantelpiece knick-knack into a conversation piece guaranteed to keep you popular for weeks. So don't wait. Be the first in your crowd to send a loved one a piece of yourself. A Gherkin Gankle Biogram. When you care enough to send your best, just dial Gankle, 1-800-GENKEL, and we'll point the way. Oh. What did you think?
And now another in a series of extraordinary introductions from Peter Ivers, your host.
The Danger Band, the Angry Samoans, Steak Knife, and the Todd Killings. Carol.
Steak Knife! Steak Knife, hold your head! Steak Knife, put up the bed! Steak Knife, shit all over the place! There's a hole in my heart! Something inside took me all apart! Here's my bag! Gonna put your balls in a plastic bag! I think I need a doctor! Look inside my head! Every time I some blood, I stab her in my bed! Take that from the cough! Why do you skull and stick in the wall? Take that from your line in bed! I'll carve my initials out of your head! There's a hole in my heart! The cactus works with a jumping part! Look out!
Certifiable, the Todd Killings.
Okay. Give that girl, this idea of killing time. Give that girl, this idea of killing time. Killing time, Todd killing. It's killing time, Todd killing. Give that girl, this idea of killing time. Give that girl, this idea of killing time. It's killing time, Todd killing. It's killing time, Todd killing.
Todd Killings. His name is Todd. His name is Todd. First of all, I understand that you work in a psychiatric day job.
That's right.
You live there, right?
I work with retards now, I'm sorry. No psychos.
Wait. What do you learn from there?
He lives there now.
Is there hope for the future from what you see every day? What is the meaning of life to somebody who doesn't comprehend in the same way that we do?
Well, first you have to teach them not to piss in their pants. Ask him if he lives there.
Do you live there?
Now I do, yeah.
Why? Because you want to help humanity?
Because it's cheap.
You come in contact every day with people that are more disturbed than Todd?
No.
In other words, he's as disturbed as anybody you know, right? Hey, Todd, the name of the song is The Todd Killings. What does that mean?
It's written about one of our more favorite murderers. We're into murderers, Tucson murders of the 1950s. I happen to be fortunate enough to share the name with a man who used to kill teenage girls.
Hey, I know you've really had it and you don't believe in anything, Todd, but, you know...
Aren't you actually asking about Rodney?
No. What's the meaning of life, Todd?
I believe I did that before. Oh, no,
You don't want to make any true statement to people about how they can change their lives and how they can turn things around?
No. Everybody should be like you, Peter.
The angry Samoans.
My goodness, this man has a problem. But there are no problems really. We must understand that what we consider to be problems are not problems at all, but are indeed only diseased appetites. Appetites from confusion, from information from the time that we are born. And the person has to decide what is good for him and what is bad for him, what will help him and what will hinder him on his path. But we must not be confused with the state of affairs that he finds himself in. They came from other sources. He is not to blame. But, of course, that is the whole reason for everything in the first place.
Nobody knows. They're a bunch of desert people. They were on this show once before and did Frisbees from Hell. Tonight they're going to bless us with Live Young and Die Hard. Los Dudes!
With every move you make, every body you embrace, every bite you take, you start your hair. You're getting older, so you better be bolder, because if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Live young, die hard. Live young, die hard. With every cycle of the moon, every believe you ride.
Die hard, deep. We said before that you live in the desert, and that's true. What is your point of view when you come to the city on what all us urban people are thinking about and acting like?
I notice everybody seems to expectorate a lot more, have more mucus down here in their systems.
You're talking about the quality of the air or the quality of living and the quality of being?
It could be the quality of being, too. I don't know.
You could change anything on Earth. What would you change?
Well, I think that anything worth knowing is probably unknowable. So I try not to let that influence you.
Why take that as a point of view that's, I mean, that leads to nothing, doesn't it? Kind of nihilistic, nowheresville?
I don't think so. It leads to a certain amount of humility, which I think is good for an artist to have, because ultimately art really isn't important except the adventure of it. You know, it's an adventure of the spirit to solve problems of the spirit, and I think that's about its full extent.
So don't be humble. Be proud. Los dudes.
Live young, die hard.
Dos Vidania, bunkmates. Chris, Radiation Goggles Genko here, your Genko guardian. Friends, what music will you be listening to after they drop the big one, huh? Well, if you've taken the time to shelter your record collection, chances are there'll be nothing left to play them on. So prepare for the apocalypse now by investing in a Genko nuclear-proof radio cassette player guaranteed to withstand a 20 megaton direct hit. Even if you're wiped out in the explosion, your Genko will keep right on playing till the cows come home, which will be never. If you make it through and your collection doesn't, then you can still be tuned in on your Genko radio. Tuned to the only nuclear-safe radio station, KRIP.
Hours of fire have been spotted over District 7. Those who wish to eliminate...
Useful, eh? If you order your Genko now, we'll send you free 5 new Genko artists on album cassettes, including Phil Ossipy's hit, Before It's Too Late, Ed Duke Cajun's Answer Back, and Yukon Dewitt's Last Hope. This gift collection is not available anywhere on the planet, so send for yours now, free with your hell-proof Genko. Send $5.95, cash or gold. That's $5,995 in cash or gold to Genko's last offer, Box 666, 6 Mile Island, Adonai, Illinois. And remember, a Genko in the hand is worth a gherkin in a blast.
It's not often that we have the chance to extend our Los Angeles hospitality from a band from another state. Here's some people from Texas. D-Day. Right to know.
Down the hall, out the door. That's the radio, full bore. She is. Her world is a wall, and you're one square foot at a time. Square foot at a time. Right to know, you're right to know. Right to know, it's your right to know. Our cries are all blind, but in time, what a body in a 6-year-old mind. She's out on the streets, in a crowd, out loud, someone yell, be proud, proud of yourself now. Right to know, you're right to know. Right to know, it's your right to know. No, you don't understand. It's your right to know. No, you don't understand. It's your right to know. No, you don't understand. It's your right to know. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. No, you don't understand. You don't D-Day! Get ready for the invasion! Right to know!
Do you feel yourself part of a movement, and do you feel that movement connecting to Los Angeles, to Texas, or just coming here?
A big movement in general, I think, Peter.
For what? For change?
I hope so. I guess we're kind of on a thing right now to the right to hear free music, because we don't have much really new music radio access in Texas.
The biggest thing happening in Bastrop, Texas, is this show.
Really?
New Wave Theater.
What is the meaning of life for you? Sincerely.
It's to play guitar and not answer questions.
He brushes his teeth a lot.
He is dental.
He's a very dental hygienist.
Dental Day. D-Day.
D-Day, right to know.
Thank you. One of the good things coming out of the new music scene is more total confusion about who we are and where we're going. And that's no small service, because it's only out of a fuller reflection of our own confusion that we can tell real truth from Gherkin's truth. Who among us can say we truly knew the impact of new music when we first heard it? Who would have guessed that within those angry, poetic lyrics we'd get to see ourselves close up, clearer than ever before? It's now 1982, and we must understand the importance of intelligent music in our lives. It may be our last chance. It's this awareness that will demand today's artists to say what needs to be said. This is the essence of new wave, new music. This is who we must be to survive now. New musicians are freedom spies reporting news from the streets. And that's what the word new originally meant, from the Sanskrit meaning that which is now wave. On behalf of our producer, All World Stage, this is your zebra host, Zen Boy Ivers, wishing you a zippered zircon in the zenith of Zabulon. Till next week.
You have been watching New Wave Theater, a satellite production of All World Stage.
American music, they want to hear that sound right from the USA. Well, it's a howl from the desert, the screams from the slums, the Mississippi rolling to the beat of the drums. They want to hear some American music. American music, they want to hear that sound right from the USA.